Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles, and as you may know by the thumbnail, this time we're going to do another tasting. The last one I did was for Hulk Hogan's Real American Beer. That did pretty well, so I'm going to assume that you guys like to see stuff like that. Now, I did try to look up other stuff that was tied to wrestling, and there's not a whole lot of products. So, being a YouTuber and knowing that we have probably the most famous YouTuber in the world right now, Mr. Beast, his Feastables, and I know there's been 800, Mr. Beast Feastable taste tests. So, I got these from my local Walmart. I kind of seen them. I went in there for something else which they didn't have, but I seen these by the register, so I was like, well, let me give them a try. I always kind of wanted to try them. I've heard the peanut butter one's really good. I personally will probably like the almond one because I like Almond Joy. So what I'm going to do, there's 4 flavors: milk chocolate for those of us that speak English, milk chocolate, peanut butter, milk crunch, which I think is probably going to be like a crunch bar, and almond, which hopefully is like a Hershey's bar with almond, which I really love. That's one of my favorite candy bars. And wow, I just mangled this pack. So I'm going to sample each one of these samples. Now what I'm going to do, as you can see, that got mangled. I have the 4 here, so I'm going to put them in the order of what I would think would probably be my least favorite to my favorite. And then, hopefully, that's what they are. I'm going to rate every one of them on a 1 to 5 scale, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. We're going to start off with milk chocolate. The good thing is they do have splitters here, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this first chunk of 3. That is actually really good. I did not expect that. It starts off like a Hershey's chocolate bar. I mean, how different is chocolate going to be? But the more you chew it, the better it gets. So I enjoyed that. I thought the milk chocolate's good. So I'm guessing, basing that these are all going to be that with something else, I'm going to like all of them. Now we're going to go into the milk chocolate or milk crunch. Alright, so that one's good. I like the plain milk chocolate one better. I'm not a huge fan of I'm not a huge fan of crunch bars, so that may be predisposed, but I do like the milk, just plain milk chocolate. Next up we have the peanut butter, which is what everybody says is the best one for all the reviews I've seen. I will say the crunch was more melty than the plain, and this peanut butter one, as you could kind of see, is as well. That's why, if you may have noticed while I was chewing, I got a napkin from my desk over here. But here goes the peanut butter. I can see why people like that. That is really good as well. That, I know this is probably going to be sacrilege to a lot of candy enthusiasts, but that's better than a Reese's cup. I really like that. I'm thinking maybe the chocolate that they're using. So I have big hopes for this because, like I said, one of my favorite candy bars is Hershey's with almonds. And this is the last one, the almond one. So let's break off a chunk here. This isn't as melty as the last two. more so like the first one. But anyway, cheers. So I do like that. I do think the Hershey's almond bar is better for one little reason. You can probably see it if I hold it up to the camera. If you notice, it's not solid almonds. I almost called them onions. It's like ground up pieces of almond. So while the taste is good, I do like the Hershey bar better because you have more of an almond taste to the bites that have almond in them. Not bad though. So, ranking them from top to bottom, I would say everybody is correct. The peanut butter is the best. The plain milk chocolate is second best. I would 1,000,000% get both of these again. Almond I would put in third place. And the milk crunch I would put in last. However, like I said, I'm not a fan of crunch. So that may be why this is last for me. If I'm going to rate them, we'll start from the worst to the best. So crunch, like I said, I do think it's good. I do like the chocolate. I wouldn't purposely buy this. Just like Nestle's Crunch, I wouldn't buy that either. The only time I've ever had them is when people have given them to me, either trick-or-treating or as like in a something. So this would be my last. Out of 5, I'm going to give it a solid 3. Just because I don't think that would be my favorite flavor profile anyway. The almond, I'm going to give the almond a 4. I do like it. I wish, and I know he's never going to watch this, or no one on his team is ever going to watch this. My criticism that I think you could take with this, Jimmy, if you watch, or anybody, I'd rather have full almonds than the ground pieces of almond. I think that would make this a better, but it is a 4. It is a really good candy bar. But if I have the Hershey's almond bar and that next to each other, I'm picking the Hershey's almond bar. Now, I do think the chocolate part of this is better, which is why the just plain milk chocolate, I'm giving that a solid 5. If you like just plain chocolate candy bars like the Hershey's bar, this is a good candy bar. It is one of the better just plain chocolate ones I've ever had. And last but not least, the peanut butter that everybody says is their favorite. I'm going to give that, obviously, if I'm giving this a 5, I'm going to give that a 5 as well if it's my favorite. So yeah, peanut butter, milk chocolate, both are 5s. I would buy them 100 times. Anytime I see them in the store, I'm in the checkout line and I'm in the mood for a candy bar, which grantedly is not a lot. I am going to check them, and I'm just going to do this because I think there's chocolate on me just to wipe off. But anyway, I would definitely 1,000,000% buy them. The other two, if they switch the almond to make it the almond inside, I would pick that over the Hershey's bar because I do like the chocolate better than Hershey's chocolate. And the crunch, while good, I would never buy that again. But like I said, I would never buy a Nestle's Crunch. Or is it Nestle's Crunch? I think it's Nestle's Crunch. You know, the blue package. You know what I mean. So yeah, I would definitely recommend checking them out. Give them a purchase. I think the sampler pack was $8, so I think they're $2 each, or maybe even $2.99 each. Which for the size of candy bar you get, which, remember, I've taken a quarter of this away. That's about what you're going to pay anyway for a candy bar. So if you're in the mood, check them out. But with all that being said, this is my review of the Mr. Beast candy bars. Let me know if you want to see more of this down here in the comments. Like I said, you guys responded very positively to the Hulk Hogan Real American Beer one, so I figured I'd try this, chasing that algorithm. Well, that being said, my name is George Coles, and this has been my trying of the Mr. Beast Feastables candy bars.